Welcome to Wingman Men's Moments Podcast. I'm Randy Ferreira, and I'm here with my buddy, Pastor Jay Dennis. Welcome, Jay. How are you?
Good morning, buddy. I'm doing well. Thank you.
So, everybody, we're co-founders of Wingman Nation in City Central Church in Lakeland, Florida. We're Christian men. We're husbands. We're fathers. We're grandfathers. And we have a passion to help men just become better husbands and better dads and just more godly and Christ-like men in their communities. So, today, we are finishing up part 2 of men and their anger.
Yeah.
And we'll start with Scripture, James 1:19, which we used. Understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. You must be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. And don't let sin, by letting anger control you, don't let the sun go down while you are still angry, for anger gives a foothold to the devil. And I can tell you that is so true, because if you're angry, the minute you're angry, Satan starts entering your mind and plugging in all of these things that he wants you to think are okay.
Right. It's like a welcome mat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boom. He comes in, all of a sudden your mind goes to the worst case scenario. You're mad, you're angry, and why did she do that to me? She never treats me right. Or why is he acting like that? This, and that. I mean, it's amazing.
It is.
He's a slick enemy.
Yes.
So in part 1, by the way, our topic on men and their anger, we covered the reasons for anger, and we mentioned 7 of them. And so I'm going to read through the 7, and then we'll continue with this part 2. Are you ready?
I'm ready to go.
All right. Number 1, unmet needs. 2, unconfessed sins. 3, unfair treatment. This is reasons we're going through. Number 4, unaware of the facts.
Yes.
Number 5,
jumping to conclusions
without knowing. Right.
Yes.
You don't know all the facts and you just get ticked off.
That's it.
And react.
Right.
And number 5 is unsolved problems. We all have a lot of those. Unresolved conflicts.
Oh, yeah.
That's number 6. And number 7, unpleasant events.
Yeah, all of these can contribute to us being angry. And sometimes it's more than one of these, but each one of these can create that spirit of anger within us unless we deal with it and hit it head on. And I think that's what James is saying here and Paul is saying, don't allow this to continue in your mind or in your heart, because it's toxic.
Yes.
And it affects every relationship. So he's saying deal with this. But it's important to understand, okay, where is this coming from, the anger? Further, we shared, when is it right to get angry? Who should you get angry with? And when does anger become sin? These are all really good questions. So let's pick up where we left off last time. Number 5 is deal with your anger now. How to overcome your anger. You must get a handle, a grip, get a hold of this anger now. If not, it will lead you to ruin. Somebody's going to get hurt. Handle it, or it will handle you every time. So what we want to do here is do an acrostic for anger, A-N-G-E-R, as a tool to help us to address this anger, to get to the heart of the anger, and to overcome it.
Yeah, we use the acrostic. I like what you said, though, about getting a grip. I can remember back in the day, getting a grip used to be sort of a 70s and 80s. Like, get a grip, buddy. Well, yeah, get a grip. Like you're out and you don't know where you are half the time. But yeah, so let's use the acrostic on the word anger. A-N-G-E-R. So number 1, A, avoid. So avoid people in situations that you know are going to make you angry. Just don't go there. Don't do it,
Yeah.
It's not always possible. We get it. But you do your best. And sometimes you must face people in situations head on, even if it does make you angry. But,
right.
But it should be the exception, not the rule. And try to avoid those situations if you can. So A, avoid. And Proverbs 22:24 says, you become like the people you associate with the most. You can easily get irritated. You can become negative. Find those people. Find the positive, encouraging, transparent, and hang with them, not the negative. Create a happy situation and be that catalyst to be in that happy. Start something happy and joyful.
Yeah, and haven't you noticed, if you're around angry people for very long, it's going to affect you. and it's going to affect your attitude. It's going to invite anger in your own life if you
sure.
hang around those people, because we tend to become like the people we hang around the most. So be very discerning here.
Yep.
And as much as possible, we know that it's not always possible, but avoid those people and situations that this is going to make me mad.
Yeah.
This is going to create a spirit of anger within me.
Yeah, and also when you're hanging around those people and they're angry, you get angry, and you really don't want to be around them anymore. Then you become that person that nobody else wants to be around because you're angry all the time.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
It's this vicious cycle.
All right, N, the second letter of anger, N, never. Never allow your anger to go underground. What does that mean? Well, that's where resentment and bitterness and malice make a home in you. They're stored, and at the right moment, suddenly, boom, they gush like a geyser and they come out.
They do.
The anger. And anger is like an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it's stored in than anything in which it's poured on. So,
that's good.
It'll eat from inside.
Yes.
So don't let it go underground. Don't repress your anger. That's denying it. Refuse to suppress your anger. But if you do have to express your anger, do it lovingly and controlled and calm.
Right, exactly. Not all anger is bad. Sometimes the anger can create the opportunity for us to change things, for us to make a difference. Well, 3 is guard your tongue. That muscle in your mouth can get you into a lot of trouble.
Yes, it can.
I've noticed that in my own life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Be careful what you say, where you say it, why you say it, and when you say it when you're angry.
Yeah.
Proverbs 15:1, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but harsh words cause quarrels. Proverbs 21:23, keep your mouth closed and you'll stay out of trouble. I mean, I love this.
That's pretty clear, right?
It really is. So guard your tongue. It can start a fire that you can never put out. Anger, and I like this, is just one letter short of danger.
I like that too.
So whatever you do, be very careful.
Yep.
And then number 4 is express, E, your anger as positively as possible. Don't let it build up or go underground. First, express it to God. Tell him how you feel. God can handle it when you go to him and say, you know what, I am really ticked off at this person. I'm upset. If something's bothering you, don't withdraw into silence. And I think men have a tendency to do that. That we will withdraw and we will go silent and it goes underground. And then that's really a problem. So acknowledge it, don't deny it, confess it instead of suppressing it. Don't nurse it and rehearse it.
Yep.
Be honest, express your feelings, get them out without sinning. And Paul teaches us that we can sin with anger, but we can also be angry without being sinful.
Right. I like what you said, too, about talking to God about it. And you can talk to God about it audibly, and that also helps, too. If you're angry at somebody or something, God, what? I am so ticked off. Talk to him out loud, and it helps release all the pheromones in your body, too.
That's right.
All those toxins that anger does build up.
It does.
Comes out because you're not talking to any person, but you're talking to God about it. And ask him to calm you down. Ask him to give you that feeling of peace after you've released all of the toxins as it relates to the anger towards that person.
Exactly right.
Which leads into the R letter of anger. It's number 5, which is release. So let it go. Fido. Forget it and drive on. Fido.
Forget it
and drive on. Forget about it and drive on.
Yeah,
from my friends in New York. Forget about it. Choose to give up the right to hurt somebody back. Someone who's already hurt you. That's a human nature. We want to just respond back like, hey, that really hurt. Take that. Take this back.
Right.
But give up that right and don't keep rehearsing it in your mind what happened. And I have a tendency to do that. And the more you do that, your blood pressure starts going up. You get madder and madder and madder. Try to take your mind off it. With God's help, you can just let it go.
Good point.
Not going to be easy.
No.
But you have to get to a point where you let it go. And sometimes I found, especially when it's a person, that I just want to write them an email or call them up and just really ream them out or whatever my brain is doing. So now I'm trying to write the email and send it to myself.
You know, I found that helps.
It does help.
If I can sit down and I can get it off my chest and I can write an email but not send it to the person, then it releases a little bit of the initial anger that I'm feeling. So that's a great idea.
It is, but here's the danger in it. I did that one time, and then I didn't check my emails for a while.
Yeah.
And then I started reading my emails, and I saw this very angry email, and I'm thinking, who the heck wrote this? It was myself. I got mad reading my own email, thinking,
I'm not going to take it anymore.
But there are certain things that certain people will never be able to change, so don't concentrate on that. Release it by your choice, not theirs, and let your feelings follow after that. So if you've blown it, go to that person, apologize. Don't be one of these horses behinds who thinks they don't have to ever apologize.
Come on.
Apologize. Even if you feel like I'm not wrong. Okay, so you're right. Big deal. But you may not have handled it properly.
That's it.
So go and apologize and say, hey, I'm really sorry the way I handled that.
Right.
And you're not saying I'm sorry that I was wrong.
Right.
I'm sorry that I handled that inappropriately, and then all the walls go down.
Exactly.
You've diffused the situation, so
that's a good
don't
point.
give the devil an opportunity to continue to create that chaos in your relationships.
Right. And you and I know people who it is so important in their mind that they be right, that they are willing to put their relationship on the altar and destroy their relationship. You know what? You may be right, but don't use that as an occasion, because it's prideful.
Yes.
It's prideful to think, okay, I have got to demonstrate that I'm right and you're wrong. Let me tell you, praise God that Jesus doesn't look at us and judge us by that.
For sure.
Well,
and you risk the fact that if you always have to be right, pretty soon those people are not going to want to be your friends anymore or be part of your life.
Absolutely.
We know that as an example. It happened to us with somebody in our life. We just didn't want to be involved with them anymore because they always had to be right, and you just go, okay, okay, we're done.
Enough.
Love you. Bye.
Enough. And so we would encourage you guys and ladies, be right with God, but don't always have to be right in the sense of showing other people that they're wrong.
Yeah.
But for sure.
You're a bigger person. You've heard this when you apologize up front if you do say something wrong. But anger,
that's so true.
Yeah.
And I think you and I have both seen this, buddy, that the bigger person takes the initiative. The better Christian takes the initiative to say, you know what, I messed up. I was wrong. I shouldn't have said this. Shouldn't have done that. I'm telling you, there's a great freedom in that.
There is, for
and
sure.
Great release. Well, guys, we just want you to take these principles and begin to apply them to your life as it relates to anger, because this is an issue we all deal with. And if we can get a handle on this issue of anger, then it boosts our testimony, it helps our witness, and it shows other people, hey, we are human. Yeah. We make mistakes, and we make that right. And then, as we said, or you said, Fido, forget it and drive on.
Forget it and drive on.
And don't let this be something that creates an issue between you and God.
Yes.
Nothing is worth that.
Nothing.
It's not. So if you're angry at somebody, get this thing right and move on with your life, and you will discover life is so much better when you do that. Well, thank you so much for listening to our podcast today. Share this with others. This would be a great podcast, but both part 1 and part 2, to have your kids listen in and to help them deal with this issue we all struggle with, and that is anger and how to deal with it. But until next time.
Yes. Until next time, Wingman Men's Moments. You can find us on any podcast site, your favorite as a matter of fact, or YouTube. You can see us live and in person. Until next time, Wingman Men's Moments, out!